Welcome to Christine's Finance and Investment channel. Life is full of surprises and they're not always good. Unexpected events like a sudden job loss, medical emergency, or car repair can throw your finances into a tailspin. That's where an emergency fund comes in. An emergency fund is a stash of cash specifically set aside to cover unexpected expenses and financial emergencies. It acts as a safety net, protecting you from going into debt when life throws you a curveball. Think of it as your financial shock absorber. Just like you wouldn't drive a car without insurance, you shouldn't navigate life without an emergency fund. By having money set aside for the unexpected, you can face these challenges head-on without derailing your financial goals. Having an emergency fund provides peace of mind. It's the foundation upon which you can build a secure future, free from the constant worry of financial setbacks. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when you least expect them. Your car breaks down, your refrigerator goes on the fritz, or you face a sudden medical expense. These unexpected events can quickly drain your checking account, leaving you scrambling to make ends meet. This is where an emergency fund becomes your financial knight in shining armor. Without an emergency fund, these unexpected expenses can derail your finances, forcing you to rely on credit cards or high-interest loans to cover the costs. Imagine facing a $1,000 car repair bill with no emergency fund. You might be forced to put it on a credit card, accruing high interest charges and potentially falling behind on other bills. With an emergency fund, you can handle these situations without breaking a sweat. Instead of panicking, you can dip into your emergency fund, cover the cost, and move on with your life. Remember, it's always better to be prepared than caught off guard. Job security is something many of us strive for, but the reality is that circumstances can change unexpectedly. Layoffs, company closures, or even personal health issues can lead to job loss, leaving you without a steady income. This is when an emergency fund becomes more than just a financial cushion, it becomes a lifeline. Losing a job is a stressful experience, both emotionally and financially. Without an emergency fund, the stress is compounded by the worry of how you'll pay your bills and make ends meet. However, with an emergency fund in place, you can face this challenging time with a sense of calm and control. Your savings provide a financial bridge, allowing you to cover essential expenses while you search for a new job. This financial security gives you the time and space to focus on finding a new source of income without making rash decisions driven by financial panic. Debt can be a slippery slope, and it often starts with unexpected expenses. When you don't have an emergency fund to cover these costs, you're more likely to turn to credit cards or high-interest loans. While these options might seem like a quick fix, they can quickly spiral into a cycle of debt that's difficult to escape. Imagine this scenario. Your car breaks down and you need $1,500 for repairs. Without an emergency fund, you put it on your credit card. But then, before you can pay it off, you face another unexpected expense, a medical bill for $500. Suddenly, you're $2,000 in debt, and the interest charges start piling up. This is how easily debt can accumulate when you don't have a financial cushion. An emergency fund acts as a barrier between you and debt. By having money set aside for unexpected expenses, you can avoid relying on credit cards or loans, preventing the accumulation of high-interest debt. Financial stress can take a toll on our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. It can lead to anxiety, depression, sleeplessness, and strain relationships. When you're constantly worried about money, it's difficult to focus on other aspects of your life, impacting your work, relationships, and overall happiness. Imagine the constant worry of not knowing how you'll pay your bills or handle an unexpected expense. This type of stress can be debilitating, affecting your ability to function effectively in everyday life. An emergency fund, while primarily a financial tool, also serves as a powerful stress reliever. Knowing you have a financial safety net provides peace of mind and reduces anxiety related to unexpected events. By alleviating financial stress, an emergency fund contributes to your overall well-being. One of the most significant benefits of having an emergency fund is the peace of mind it provides. Knowing you have a financial cushion to fall back on allows you to navigate life's uncertainties with a sense of calm and control. This peace of mind extends beyond your finances, positively impacting your overall well-being. Imagine facing a sudden job loss or a major car repair without an emergency fund. The stress and anxiety could be overwhelming, leading to sleepless nights and strained relationships. Now picture the same scenario with an emergency fund in place. While the situation itself is still challenging, you have the financial resources to weather the storm. Having an emergency fund empowers you to face the unexpected with confidence, knowing you have the financial means to handle whatever life throws your way. Building an emergency fund might seem daunting, especially if you're starting from scratch. But remember, even small steps can lead to significant progress over time. The key is to start somewhere and make consistent contributions a part of your budget. The first step is to assess your current financial situation. Review your income and expenses to identify areas where you can cut back and free up cash flow. Even small adjustments like brewing your coffee at home instead of buying it daily or canceling unused subscriptions can make a difference. Once you have a realistic picture of your finances, set a savings goal. A common recommendation is to aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. Start with a smaller, more attainable goal, like $500 or $1,000, to build momentum and gain a sense of accomplishment. The key is to make consistent contributions, no matter how small, and celebrate your progress along the way. The size of your ideal emergency fund depends on your individual circumstances and risk tolerance. While 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses is a good rule of thumb, some factors might warrant a larger or smaller emergency fund. Consider your job security. If you have a stable job with a consistent income, a smaller emergency fund might suffice. However, if your income is variable or you work in an industry prone to layoffs, a larger emergency fund provides a greater sense of security. Evaluate your dependents. If you have a family that relies on your income, a larger emergency fund is crucial. This ensures you can cover their needs, even if you experience a loss of income or face unexpected medical expenses. Assess your risk tolerance. Some people are comfortable with a smaller emergency fund, knowing they can quickly adjust their spending habits if needed. Once you've determined your emergency fund goal, it's time to develop a strategy for reaching it. There are various approaches you can take, and the best method depends on your personality and financial situation. Here are a few strategies to consider. The snowball method. This approach involves starting small and gradually increasing your contributions over time. Begin by setting aside a small amount each month, even if it's just $20 or $50. As you get used to saving, gradually increase the amount. The windfall approach. Whenever you receive unexpected income, such as a tax refund, bonus, or gift money, direct a portion of it towards your emergency fund. This allows you to boost your savings quickly without significantly impacting your regular budget. The challenge mindset. Set a specific savings challenge for yourself, such as saving $1,000 in 3 months or $5,000 in a year. This can provide motivation and a sense of accomplishment as you track your progress. The automation advantage. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account each month. Building an emergency fund is a significant accomplishment, but it's equally important to maintain and replenish it over time. Life happens, and you might need to dip into your savings to cover an unexpected expense. When this occurs, it's crucial to replenish your fund as quickly as possible. First, reassess your budget and identify areas where you can cut back to free up cash flow for replenishing your fund. This might involve temporarily reducing discretionary spending or finding ways to increase your income. Next, prioritize replenishing your emergency fund over other financial goals. While it's tempting to redirect those funds towards debt repayment or investments, remember that your emergency fund is your financial safety net. Consider setting up automatic transfers to your emergency fund, just like you did when you were initially building it. By making it a priority to maintain a healthy emergency fund, you'll be prepared to face any financial challenge that comes your way. Building an emergency fund is a powerful step towards taking control of your finances and securing your future. It provides a financial safety net, protects you from the burden of debt, and offers peace of mind, knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. While it might require sacrifices and discipline, the rewards far outweigh the effort. Don't wait for a financial crisis to start building your emergency fund. Take action today. even if you can only save a small amount each month. Every dollar you set aside brings you one step closer to financial security and peace of mind. Remember, you have the power to shape your financial future. Start building your emergency fund today and experience the freedom and security that comes with knowing you're prepared for anything. Thanks for watching. If you like our channel, please subscribe now. You will not miss any videos in the future. You can also share it with anyone in your circle, and we hope the videos were helpful for you. Let me know any comments, suggestions, and any topic you are interested in.